The National Teachers Institute, Kaduna, is the foremost teacher training institute in the country that uses the open distant mode of education delivery. The institute offers programs which include Nigeria Certificate in Education (NCE), Bachelor's Degree in Education (B.Ed), and the Postgraduate Diploma in Education (PGDE). Aside from these, the NTI also offers in-service training of teachers from various states, as well as conduct the Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) component of teacher retraining. This also includes the Special Educational Needs and Disabilities component of the teachers retraining. And under the 4 years of Professor Garba Dahuwa Azare, the Institute has also added the Advanced Diploma in Environmental Education, which is part of the Green Teacher Program the Institute runs in collaboration with the Commonwealth of Learning, Vancouver, Canada. It has offices in all the states of the Federation and the FCT. As such, running the affairs of such a behemoth requires the utmost dedication and administrative savvy. Humility, kindness, focus, determination, foresight and dedication to duty. These words are just a few that are used to describe the Director General and Chief Executive of the National Teachers Institute, Kaduna, Professor Garba Dahuwa Azare. When he took over the mantle of leadership of the largest distance learning teacher training institution in sub-Saharan Africa on the 1st of August 2016, there were a lot of expectations from all in the education sector. 4 years down the line, a lot of those expectations have been met and even surpassed. For those who know Professor Garba Dahuwa Azare, he is always focused on any task he is assigned to. To fully understand what motivates the professor, let's have a little background on who is Garba Dahuwa Azare. Born in 1951, he had his Bachelor of Arts Educational specialized in history from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria between 1972 and 1976. He bagged his Master of Education (MEd) with specialization in Educational Administration and Planning from the prestigious Bayero University, Kano between 1978 and 1980. Between 1980 and 1982, he proceeded beyond the shores of this country to University of Wales, Cardiff, United Kingdom for his Doctor of Philosophy, where he specialized in Educational Administration and Planning. As a well-thoroughbred academic, he did not stop there, but went further for a postdoctoral research studies at the West Virginia University, United States of America, with specialization in curriculum and instruction from 1986 to 1987. In March 2019, the London Graduate School, in collaboration with Commonwealth University in the United Kingdom, awarded him an honorary doctorate degree in education. Prior to his appointment in the university, Azare worked as a primary school teacher as an education officer. He started lecturing in 1978 as a graduate assistant and rose to the position of a professor. At one time, he was a visiting senior lecturer at the West Virginia University, United States of America. Surely, any endeavor that aims to succeed needs a concrete plan to follow. That's why the Garba Dahuwa Azare-led NTI management team wasted no time in engaging the services of an educational consultancy firm, EduConserve, which, in collaboration with selected staff of the institute, prepared an action plan from 2018 to 2022 for the institute, in line with ministerial strategic plan as a roadmap for the institute's activities.
I'd like to, on behalf of the management of the National Teachers Institute, to welcome you for this presentation of this very, very important document, which we are very happy to have them. Even at our last council meeting, they are asking about the strategic plan, which we said very soon it will be delivered. So we are very happy for the hard work that has been put in this and the production of the document. One of the most important aspects of this document is that during the preparation of the document, our staff were fully involved and they participated fully, and I'm very happy to say that because of that, some of our staff have now become experts. They will be able to lead others to even develop a strategic plan. So it's not only the production of the document that has been very important, but the training and capacity building which has offered our staff. So we are very grateful for that.
Having developed a strategic plan, the Institute is currently implementing the plan in phases.
The first among the documents to be completed were the strategic plan, which actually in the production it was participatory. All the staff of the NTI that were involved participated in the production of that. And then the other one was the operational plan, which was developed for 1 year.
The Director General, being the academic he is, also has areas he believes positive impact has been made in the 4 years of his administration.
The most important issue in the institute as an academic institute is we have to concentrate on the issues of academic programs, but then later other issues will crop in. So the most important issues as far as the academic programs of the institute are concerned is the issue of the ability of the administration to be able to reinstate the earlier suspended programs of the institute by the National Universities Commission. When I came here in August 2016, we found that the National Universities Commission, which is the regulatory body for all degree and postgraduate programs, had suspended the delivery of bachelor's degree and PGDE of the institute because of some reasons. So we were only left when we came with the NCE program. So what we have been able to do is to improve the quality of our programs and pursue the National Universities Commission through discussions, through other means of explaining the issue of our programs, and eventually we are able to get both the degree programs and the PGDE program reinstated. Under this circumstance, we were advised strongly by the National Universities Commission to bring in new structure so that the continuation of the program would be easy to handle and will be more qualitative. So what we did was the PGDE, which was handled by a single university at that period, were able to, through the advice of the NUC, to put it into 6 universities, so that in each zone of the federation we have a university which is affiliating our PGDE. And these universities include University of Ibadan for Southwest, Usman Danfodio University for Northwest, University of Port Harcourt for South-South, Namdi Azikiwe University Awka for South-East, and the University of Ilorin for North-Central. So these universities are now the universities that are handling our programs in terms of the postgraduate diploma in education. So all students from each zone are a responsibility of the university of that zone which has been selected, and this arrangement has been approved by the National Universities Commission.
Knowing that having a well-trained and motivated workforce was key to achieving any meaningful impact, the Garba Dahuwa Azare-led management team paid serious attention to the issue of staff welfare and morale, which had previously hit an all-time low. He first of all started by ensuring that all those due for promotion were promoted accordingly. He directed and ensured that staff be transferred where they can be effectively utilized and relevant based on their qualifications, experience, skills, and schedule. This move motivated the staff, and high level of productivity and seriousness began to manifest in the affairs of the institute. There is also strict adherence to the civil service rules in the affairs of the institute. To further boost their productivity, staff were also given approval to develop themselves through training and in-service training. Some are studying degrees, higher degrees and doctorates in various fields of specialization relevant to their schedule of duties for self-development and that of the institute, with their training allowances being settled by the institute. This point is further buttressed by the acting registrar of the National Teachers Institute, Malang Abubakar Sadiq Muhammad.
The moment he came, when he had briefings with the staff, his first priority is staff promotions and welfare. Since he came on board, promotions were going on steadily and nobody was denied promotion if he is qualified. So for promotion, we can say yes, we are up to date and we don't have any problem. No staff will come out to say that yes, he's been denied if at all he's qualified. In terms of welfare, there are so many packages that he brings to the institute. By way of every festivity, he ensured that at least staff, goes home with some packages, so that at least to cushion the effect of some, hardship and whatnot. And in terms of staff training and development, yes, in fact, we have so many with his support, we're able to train a lot of staff in various category of levels of education, from diploma, NCE, degree, and PhD. And I cannot count the number of PhDs that we have now, courtesy of his efforts. So his efforts were worth commending, and we are looking forward to more of this in future. He's somebody that has listening ears and always, listen to criticisms, positive criticisms, and he ensured that at least he look at it objectively and see how he could go about, handling it. So I can say his coming on board is really a blessing to the institute, and more so, his style of leadership is quite exemplary. He carries people along. He is always participatory. He listens to people and he listens to your plight. He's so generous to a fault. In fact, either officially or personally, people used to troop to his office for personal problems. He makes sure that at least to the best of his ability, he solves it within his reach, and so many other issues.
And of course, the issue of staff welfare.
The most interesting part of the welfare aspect is enhancement of staff DTA. When he came, he observed that the DTA that was given to staff was not commensurate to the federal government rate. So as such, he now directed that each and every staff that is going on duty must be given enhanced DTA. And that alone has made the staff to be so energized and committed to their duties. And that has even gone a long way in making the staff to be up and doing and be result oriented. So I believe that alone can testify to the fact that he is a father that cares for all and sundry. So it's worth commending.
One of the major tasks that Professor Garba Dahuwa Azare had to contend with when he came on board as the Director General of the NTI was the administrative structure of the institute. The institute was initially structured into 3 schools, 3 departments, and the Office of the Director General and Chief Executive, in addition to 6 zonal offices, 36 state offices, and the FCT with a liaison office, Abuja. There was much duplication in the schedules of especially the schools and the Field Operations and Student Services Department. Also, the Office of the Director General and Chief Executive was saddled with so many units which could render the office ineffective. As a result, a new structure was proposed to the Federal Ministry of Education, which was approved by the Honorable Minister of Education, and the institute was restructured, still maintaining 6 departments and the Office of the Director General. They are Office of the Director General and Chief Executive, Academic Services Department, Bursary Department, Examinations Department, Field Operations and Student Services Department, Quality Assurance and ICT Department, and Registry Department. The new departments commenced operations in 2017. Under the period of the stewardship of Professor Garba Dahuwa Azare at the NTI, a number of capital projects were initiated and executed all over the country. These include construction of Benue State Office at Makurdi, construction of Taraba State Office Jalingo, commencement of the construction of Kebbi State Office at Birning Kebbi, commencement of the construction of Borno State Office at Maiduguri, completion of the construction of perimeter fence and gatehouse at Ebonyi State Office Abakaliki, completion of the construction of perimeter fence and gatehouse at Cross River State Office Calabar, completion of the construction of Kaduna State Office at the headquarters Kaduna. One important department in the institute is the Examinations Department. It has also received serious attention from the Garba Dahuwa Azare-led management team, which has led to a number of successes over the last 4 years.
Our programs, the bachelor's degree, the postgraduate diploma in education, all these programs have been approved fully by the NUC, and they have been approved also by the universities of affiliation. So the chief executive, you can see, the DG and chief executive, Professor Garba Dahuwa Azare, has really achieved by trying to secure these affiliations, and these affiliations have been secured, and not only securing the affiliations, but also securing the approval of the results, especially the outstanding results of the 2017, 2018, including even the 2019. So currently, the institute does not have any outstanding results as far as these 2 programs that were not approved earlier before his before his appointment. That they were not approved, but they have now been approved. In fact, most of these universities have even written certificates. If not for this pandemic, these certificates would have been released to the prospective graduates. So this is a remarkable achievement of the DG and Chief Executive from that 2016 when he was appointed to date.
One of the aspects of the work the institute carries out is through the functions of the Strengthening Mathematics and Science Education SMASE Center. The center was set up in collaboration with the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA.
During the time under review, we were able to continue that, and because cycle 1 to 3 was what was initiated as the SMASI project, because it was supposed to be a project. But coming here, we felt, why should it be a project? It could become a program, since the achievement is so much that it is impacting on lives of mathematics teachers and science teachers and even the ICT. So, but we cannot just say that it would be just an assumption. So we had to conduct an impact survey, which we were able to use to confirm what is happening. So with that impact survey, we were able to now discover areas that need additional attention. And we came up with the 4th cycle. And we now, with the support of management, we were able to start the 1st cycle. and turn the project into a program. In the time under review, we were able to bring in Lagos State to start the SMASE training because all other states have complied except Lagos for the first time. So they came in, we were able to bring them in, they did the first cycle, and they were about coming for the second cycle when we went into lockdown. So, and when they came, they testified that they were really amazed at what the kind of training that SMASE is, which they thought it wasn't anything like that because they have gone to other trainings and they have seen that it is really, really different. Also, during the time under review, we were able to train 500 teachers of science and mathematics and ICT residential in the institute. The institute is used to having large trainings, but the way it is done mostly is to follow the teachers to the states. It is non-residential in NTI. Maybe we do it like the SDGs and the NDGs trainings. We train a large number of teachers, but most time they happen in the states. But this time around, these 500 teachers were brought here into the institute, and they had the SMASE training, and the governor and the deputy governor came and saw what we did and was happy to report that going forward they will continue to give the institute opportunity to conduct such trainings because of the impact that they saw in their teachers after the training.
Also, as part of the restructuring that was done at the inception of the current administration of the NTI, the Department of Quality Assurance and ICT was created. This department has also contributed its own share to the progress of the institute in the past 4 years.
We design what we call quality control instruments. Even within the headquarters here, we have that quality control instrument that we take round occasionally to see what is operational, what is taking place in various departments. So this quality control, at times we use it during exam to ascertain whether the facilities given to these students for the conduct, right from this whole school, the caliber of the people that are supervising the conduct of the exams, the seating arrangement, every other thing that will make an exam conduct a hitch-free type. It was during the professor that we were given the opportunity to use such instruments and to ascertain. As a result of this, exam malpractice were reduced drastically. Then the processing of results, unlike before that, the results were processed long before the student will have known his outcome because of this instrument that we are pursuing. When I say pursuing, sorry, we are not pursuing with force, but because there is an instrument, there is an observation that some people will come around to see what we are doing. It makes everybody to sit up. And you recall that I say we did an in-house training workshop to say, okay, do the right thing at the right time. That is what we do in this department. And staff, even the institute itself, everything we are doing now is a must that we have to follow a due process, because quality assurance is there to monitor what we are doing.
The Field Operations and Student Services Department is saddled with handling the affairs of the students as well as overseeing the various state offices. It has also enjoyed a number of successes during the tenure of Professor Garba Dahuwa Azare.
Delay, students will be writing exam without course books, and that's a major medium of instruction in the distance learning mode operated by the institute. So we made our presentation to the chief that the students cannot do without course books. He saw reason in that. And I want to tell you today, we have distributed, in fact, before, people will come from their states to come and collect books here. But today, everything has changed. Instead of them coming, spending the little running costs, the institute's headquarters is now distributing course materials to all the states for onward distribution to all the study centers. So they have been relieved. They have been relieved of that burden. So they don't need to come here. We have distributed all the books for first semester of this year. So and that has helped. Even with the lockdown, with the COVID-19, they have books to read at home. They are doing self-study along with the online facilitation that we have introduced.
In running the affairs of any organization, finance is a very integral part. The bursary department of the National Teachers Institute is fully focused in this regard.
For this period, because of the enhancement in the revenue, we are able to pay all our running costs. As you know, the program, our program is not 100% financed by the government. So that necessitates us to work harder to ensure that our zonal and state office do not run short of funds. With the effective financial management in place. So we are proud to say we are one of the first people to enroll in the TSA, and it has really helped us. One other thing I really will talk about is on the payment of tax. We all know the importance of tax. And as a tax administrator, I think that too is one of primary achievement in ensuring that all the taxes are paid as when due. To this, we have a commendation from FIRS within this period. So that's a great achievement because we were written and commended for that. And just as I will say, this cannot be achieved without the support of the Director General and Chief Executive.
The Academic Services Department of the Institute also plays a crucial role in the discharge of its mandate. And in the last 4 years, it has been able to achieve giant strides in this regard.
Postgraduate, degree program, NCE, PTTP, virtually all the course materials have been developed. Not only being developed, they have equally been printed, and our students can testify that they have gotten both hard and soft copies. This is what only a man have achieved within these few years. Do I talk on the aspect of our students going online? If you go to find out from the field officers, all the NTI materials have been uploaded, and our students can easily have access to our materials without having the hard copies. So far they are registered students, they can easily have access to the online materials. If we now come to the aspect of research development, do you know that during this tenure, we were out for the JCCE meeting? Out of the numerous memoranda presented, NTI 2 memoranda were approved, and now it has come to be a policy to be implemented, not only in NTI but in the whole nation. A big kudos to NTI.
The Special Assistant to the Director General and Chief Executive of the NTI, Professor Ahmed Ilyas, also enumerated some of the successes achieved.
It's very important that I need to mention here, which I attended and organized by NTI, and which is part of the achievement of the DG when we went to Gombe State for the psychosocial and emotional training of teachers that are affected by insurgency and also students, that how can they actually cope and learn in such a situation. You know, we have to manage a lot of trauma cases, and we have to employ different psychological interventions, and it is through our teacher education program and the capacity building training that we do that. And in fact, every opportunity, if I say I will mention it here, I cannot be able to exhaust the number of trainings and workshops that I attended. Even just recently in March, early March, that was the last conference that I attended on language as teaching English as a second language, organized by Bayero University. It's second conference in English. I attended and I represented the NTI, and the NTI was there, and it was uploaded. And all this, not only me, many other people that are in the institute actually had similar opportunities. I can, or it's a matter of repetition if I say that I have to mention all these people or the units, because I know many of them have made their own presentation. But I'm telling you, we have a very good collaboration with universities and the other international organizations that actually, if not because of the effort of the DG by giving us the exposure and the opportunity, that one cannot be possible. Because for you actually to see that actually you are sending someone to represent you on your behalf, it means it's a very good opportunity that you are giving that person, or you are grooming that person to actually sell and project the image of the institute, and also other people could know exactly what is happening in the institute and its capacity. So to mention few is, I'm sure our name is very much prominent in the Commonwealth of Learning, and the Commonwealth of Learning recently, to handle this crisis situation, this pandemic situation, gave us an opportunity to train people on Coursera, and over 60 staff actually are attending that Coursera program. And because of our effort, just within a month, last week, they wrote to the institute again to provide additional training for 100 staff. 100. And these 100 staff are not only restricted to our staff that are in the institute, but believe you me, there are even other people that are on the field, like other teachers or lecturers that are teaching in universities, but they are now helping NTI to handle its tutorials and so forth. And so, therefore, we are now opening up and training even more teachers, Nigerian teachers, not only that are domiciled in the NTI, but even in other universities.
Indeed, the National Teachers Institute, under the leadership of Professor Garba Dahuwa Azare, has witnessed tremendous development in its functions. But what does the future hold for the institute?
All this line that we have situated, we want them to continue pursuing academic programs, reviewing and getting the best at all times. Staff development, where our staff undergo programs for higher degrees and other professional aspects, and where our staff become experts through their interaction, so that they can also be contributors as they do now. So and also ensure our staff welfare issues, and ensure the quality assurance, and review and the continuous review of programs, introducing new programs with their course materials, also improving on the quality of the SMASE, which we do is strengthening of science and mass education, which is basic. And above all, as I said, we want to become in a body like a university, so that they will be able to deliver better, and also will be able to reduce the cost, especially on the burden on the student.
With such laudable achievements in such a short period of time, surely the NTI under Professor Garba Dahuwa Azare is destined for greater things in future. And to the man who has become to many staff a role model, a mentor, a father, a guide, a teacher, and so much more, we say happy 4th year anniversary in office, Baba, and may the Almighty continue to guide and protect you.